Okay guys, this is the video for showing you how to put together the Outland sets. Okay, so here in front of me I've got the Checkpoint Alpha with its own little set of clips, and then I've got the slightly bigger and thicker Station Zeta, and finally the huge chunky Delta Garrison with its clips as well. And actually, if you've gone for the Outland set, then these are the buildings that you kind of get within that set. But of course, on top of that, you get some equipment items, you get some consoles, you get, of course, a game mat as well, and you also get just a few more clips because they come on a full sheet. Okay, so just starting with the first and most simple building. And then we'll work our way through the other two buildings. Now, once this is done, not only if you buy these individually, have you got the instructions for each individual building. And of course, you don't have to build it the way we're building it. You can build it any way you like. Then once you've gone through these buildings, actually that's how we set up the whole of the Outland set as well. Okay, so you could then plonk those on the game mat, and you're ready to go. Okay, so starting with the Checkpoint Alpha. Can't remember these names. Okay, just going to break this one open here. Okay, so in this set you have one sheet of the Outland ports. Okay, and it's got your big ports, a couple of internal doors, and a few other bits and pieces on there. These like struts here, which we've kind of showed you if you look at the individual sheets. Then you've got one set of your Outland walls. Okay, which you've probably already seen the video for as well. Really pretty basic. And then you've got your Outland tiles as well. Okay, so and all of the sets are basically made up of different combinations of those particular sheets. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out all the walls and the ports, and I'm going to pop out and assemble these steps. Okay, and I'm going to pop out these clips, and then we're ready to go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just assemble my two ports as you've seen before, and I'm going to remove these. Okay, so there's my two ports, and then I just need to basically build the actual building as we've done it. And this one's a bit sneaky because we've used some of the walls for the roof parts. Okay, so I'm going to take first of all this big old sort of larger access door here, and I'm going to use the clip I'm going to use here is going to be the T clip. And already we've got a structure. Okay, then at the back I'm going to take what is probably a T clip here, and I'm going to use this T clip to pop a little door in. I'll probably make a mistake as I go along, and I'll change it out. Okay, and then we're going to do the same. We have then got your arc door here, which goes in here. Oh, that's an internal one, Frontier texture both sides. Okay, and there you go. There's a nice little kind of strongish structure already. Then at the back, we're going to take this and we're going to have it as kind of the back part of the building, and then build across the top. What we're going to do is then we're going to figure out, okay, so we're going to need a roof structure for this, and a floor structure. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we've got one of these for a floor, okay, or even two of those as a floor, and then we're going to use one of those as a roof and another one of these as a floor, and that's actually going to make your floor for this building. You can see that, okay? Yep. Okay. So they're out the way and off to the side. That leaves me this little fella here to put a roof on, and I'm going to grab my rails here. So, okay, so what about the rest of the roof then? Because you're like, hang on a minute, I need the rest of my roof. So what we're going to do, what we did, was we took one of these clips on these vent walls. There's a vent wall there, and I think I used a one of these. Got a nice logo on the top. Okay, and that then can rest on the top of there and become the top part of your roof for your building, allowing you to have the access to the inside. Okay, so that's my roof sorted out. Move that to one side. I've got some really cool struts here. And then you've got this here, which kind of pops in there, and that gives that entrance there, and that starts to give you the really nice kind of shape of the building, which is cool. Last but not least, we're going to take these parts here, and we're going to use this little clip here provided, and we're just going to stick that on there, and we're going to take this one here and we're going to stick it on here like that, and that gives you that little security fence kind of thing that we did, and we put that kind of on here. On the video you would then have a ladder coming down here and so on and so forth. Got a couple of bits left over, so we've got some like windowy wall stuff here. Okay, and I've got a couple of I've got a few clips here which we might use one of in a minute. Okay, so let's just stick the floor in, and of course you lay the floor on the game table, you line it up, you know, you lay your floor out to where your building's going to be, and there you've got your building, which is kind of ready to go. So let me just move that a little bit closer. Okay, so you've got another one of these little struts left over here. You've got some of these cool little struts here, so we could, if I lift this up, we could put a couple of those maybe in here, which look really cool. We could have one there, and we could have one there, and that gives a nice kind of cool look. You've got some little signage here that you can allocate around. You've got cool little kind of data pad you could probably put that on there, and that's some sort of control to get into the back room. You've of course got your airlock door as well, so that secures off the back. If that was a bit more level, that's it. You can then stick that in there, and that secures off that back area. I've got yet again another strut which we could probably put here or here, maybe. Look pretty cool. Obviously I've got all my doors if I want to blast and close things off. I've got a couple of these left over which are going to be really cool when you're building other structures. Couple of clips, got a little data pad. I've got these little data panels here which can be just like, you know, stuck on the walls for monitors, etc. Okay, and although we said in the set that you wouldn't get any stairs for this one, we managed to fit a full set on, and so really you can now have, if you want, stair access to the back, which again is kind of really cool. So you could have that somewhere, maybe around the back of here. You could remove the rail off the back of here, maybe like that, stick that on there, and then that now gives you access to that back area. Okay, so we put the roof on there as well. And yeah, we got some bits and pieces left over, which I'm sure that you can figure out what you want to do with. Okay, we've got extra walls, we've got the shielding for the windows, we've got some doors which you can put in, put out, some more doors, and we've even got a cool little ladder which you can kind of lean up against here. There you go, really cool. This is the smallest building, Checkpoint Alpha, and it's a really nice building that gives you access to all the areas inside. Brilliant.